Welcome to the Cybersecurity Competition Federation show. I'm Dan Manson. I teach computer information systems at Cal Poly Pomona and serve as principal investigator for a National Science Foundation grant to help form an umbrella organization over cybersecurity competitions. The Cybersecurity Competition Federation can support the development of skill at a large scale by bringing cybersecurity competitions under an umbrella organization, which will help players of all ages and skill levels identify a point of entry into a continuum of cybersecurity competition experiences. With a focus on communication and promotion, the CCF maintains the autonomy of competition creators, supports their business models, and does not interfere with their sponsorship or funding sources. Since 2003, the Center for System Security and Information Assurance, CSSIA, based at Moraine Valley Community College, has provided students with real-world learning experiences in information assurance and network security through several initiatives. These include cybersecurity curriculum labs, skills, events, and competitions, building a national infrastructure of qualified cybersecurity educators, developing national infrastructure remote virtualization lab environment and content, and enhancing programs for historically minority and underrepresented academic institutions. Last week, CyberFed visited a cybersecurity camp and crime scene forensics competition at CSSIA for 6th, 7th, and 8th graders from Elementary School District 159 in Madison, Illinois. We talked with John Sands from CSSIA and Ed Short from District 159 during a crime scene investigation competition.
Okay, I'm Officer Pomona, and this is Sergeant Sutter from Moraine Valley Police Department. We had a breach in the building with our computers. You guys are much younger, you grew up with the computers. Me, no. When it comes to computers, I'm not that good, so I'm gonna need your help to go to the rooms and find out where our problem was, where the breach was.
So we're going to set up an evidence office that will bring you to where you can deliver the evidence. But we want you to think about everything. So all the things you learned this week.
How practical are these skills?
I think these were very practical skills, whether you're solving a crime or basic network security, understanding the use of hashing and basic encryption, the management of user accounts, all of those types of things are basic skills that even just a regular network security person would need.
How old are these students?
Students are 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
So some people would say that's way too young to start, them learning these security concepts.
This is the exact time we need to, we need the brightest and best in this field, and most kids at this age really don't understand the jobs that are out there. And also what someone does that works in this field. So if they already have an interest in computers and programming or other things, which is this group, they basically this is a technology club from one of the community services. So they've already expressed an interest in this area, so we want them to know what are the opportunities that are out there, and then actually get the opportunity to use some of their skills.
I personally feel that the younger you're introduced to things, whether it's athletics or technology, I think it increases the likelihood that you will be encouraged to enter that field and be great at it. I think the sooner that you're introduced, it provides you with an opportunity to maybe network with individuals in that field. And again, just to get a taste of that, to find out whether or not this is a good fit for you. If you wait until you get into, let's say, later years in high school or definitely in college, a lot of those opportunities, because you've already invested so much time and energy into those other areas, you might not be so quick to want to switch because you feel like that I'm already vested here. But if you're introduced early in life, that gives you, again, a chance to just taste it and determine if that's the right fit for you.
What about someone that might say, oh, they're learning something that they could use to actually get in trouble?
We're very careful what we teach them. So we start the entire program by bringing our information security manager in and talking about the seriousness of computer crimes today. So then we talk about, as we teach them each one of the different tools, that these are not tools that should be taken lightly, that there is a practical use for each one of these tools, and that they're using it in a practical application.
Is it possible that by starting young, we open more eyes to the possibility that this is a field that I could do? It's not just something that, maybe you have to be a hacker to do, or it's a field that I can't do, but you start to believe, hey, this is something that's really cool that maybe, I can really enjoy doing.
Well, absolutely. And as you indicated, I think like a lot of those other careers, whether there be doctors, lawyers, teachers, so on and so forth, a lot of us, we know somebody who actually are employed in those spaces, and therefore we just naturally gain an interest because we know someone, we're talking to them, we have an idea of what they do. But unlike cybersecurity, because we don't know as a whole many people who work in that industry, therefore we don't think about those things. So again, that's one of the reasons I think that, a workshop like this or a camp like this is so very important, because again, it opens that door and it says, okay, it is available, and this is what's entailed in order to do that particular job, and these are the skill sets required. So they get to touch, feel, explore, and again, make an educated decision based on having some hands-on experiences.
We continue this week with Inside the Game. With me is Jason Pittman. Welcome, Jason.
Thanks, Dan. Hey, everybody.
Jason, in the last segment, we showed how 6th, 7th, and 8th graders apply hands-on skills learned during a camp on a forensics competition. My question is, if they start to enjoy learning this, where do they go from here? What do you think?
Well, I think actually this can go back to when we talked about the Cyber Olympics and the concept of citizenry introduced by the Greeks. And this makes me think of how Sparta as a city-state was so successful. They were successful, in my opinion, because the culture of the times was war, and Sparta excelled at warfare. So, I agree with the segment that we need to funnel people into the field. There's a high demand for skilled, knowledgeable workers. At the same time, I would extend that for discussion that we need better cyber citizens as well. So where do they go from here? I think they continue learning. I think their curiosity is piqued, and I think it's absolutely the right time to grab them.
I agree. Cybersecurity camps have taken off like gangbusters this year. There are several organizations and agencies that are running these cybersecurity camps. My frustration is that the camp, as Ed Short said, just gives them a taste. And for those that want more than a taste, we need to provide a pathway. We need to provide something that they can do on an ongoing basis to develop that passion that gets sparked at a camp. And cybersecurity competitions, to me, are part of an ongoing way to keep that passion going.
I totally agree. If we leave the Greeks for a minute and we talk about just sports, sure, maybe you only have one, depending on your sport, maybe 2 games a week, but you have practice every day. And that keeps you embedded in that culture, it keeps you embedded in that exercise, and I think that's exactly what we have to start developing.
And going back to your point on Sparta and the culture, we really need a cybersecurity aware culture in this country. We are all potential victims of cyber attacks. And the more knowledge that our citizenry have in cybersecurity, and the more that our youth become leaders in understanding the challenges in cybersecurity, the better country we will have.
Yeah, I don't want cybersecurity to end up like sex education. I think in this country, if we had great sex education and we treated it like a healthy activity and we taught people about their bodies and how to be good, productive citizens, we wouldn't have things like Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian. We'd have people that were educated citizens that knew how to conduct themselves in the citizenry.
Yeah, the reality is that on the internet, you can find a lot of bad things that would cause you to do bad things to someone's computer or someone's network. But we need to educate youth and have them understand the cyber wellness, the cyber ethics, and have that be the foundation for them, and then go on to teach them as much as we can about cybersecurity.
Yeah, one of my friends asked me over the weekend, what would I do if I got a time machine? And my answer was, I'd go back to when they started driver's ed. Because I bet those people were having this kind of a conversation about teaching young people how to drive, because you're putting them in a 4,000-pound weapon, and they don't know how to operate it yet. And so we're kind of stuck in this loop of having these same conversations, and I really want to see us as a species, as a politic, get past this.
I agree, and we know that the cybersecurity challenges are getting to be more complicated. We know that the demand for talent in this field is going to continue to grow. We need to do something about it.
Absolutely agree, Dan.
Thank you, Jason.
Thanks, Dan.
So, Jason, what's Uncle Jimmy got cooking this week?
You know, I was on the phone all day with that guy yesterday, Dan. He has a legendary challenge this week. It's pretty complex. There's a lot of steps involved. He walked me through it several times. It's fun as hell, but it really is legendary. There's a lot of things you have to understand tangential to cybersecurity, like mathematics, in order to solve this one. It's a lot of fun. I think people are going to enjoy it.
Are you getting emails now from people that are trying to solve these challenges? And who are you getting emails from?
You know, we're still hearing from Jens the Leg. That guy's pretty consistent. I guess it's a guy. I'm assuming that, but it could be a girl. There are some girls, Cutie Pie 88 still in there every other week or so. But the last couple weeks, Uncle Jimmy's been showing me a lot of emails from our CCDC friends at UCF. I'm still waiting on some feedback from our friends at ITT. But it's definitely picking up. The word's getting out there that Uncle Jimmy's challenges are worth your time, and I know he's enjoying it. He got a lot of them cooking up.
Sounds great. Have you heard anything about Uncle Jimmy making an appearance at DEF CON?
He did talk about that a lot yesterday. He has to work some things out because he's not allowed at the airport anymore. So I think he's going to drive to a neighboring airport and go from there. But that guy's probably going to make an appearance.
You know, that would be a very interesting combination, Uncle Jimmy and DEF CON. I look forward to seeing it.
Yeah, you know, this guy actually told me that he cooked up a special batch of meatballs and he's going to try and bribe his way into meeting some people because he's interested in doing some challenges now himself.
Sounds cool. Thank you, Jason.
Thanks, Dan.
Next week, we will provide on-site coverage from Black Hat and DEF CON in Las Vegas, Nevada. If you have a competition you would like us to cover in a future show, please contact us at cyberfed.org. I'm Dan Manson. See you next week.